SOS Podcast. We live, y'all. We live. We live. Look alive, y'all. Look alive. Look alive. It's the SOS Podcast back in this again. Radio in the building. We got a super dope guest. She is the owner of the radio station, Air It Out Radio, and she has been doing her thing for a very, very long time, and in a successful way at that. So this definitely a lot to applaud with our guests coming up. And she took time out of her busy schedule to holler at the kinfolk. So we going to have ourselves a dope breakdown. Shout out to all of the people setting sail in the building. I'm just inviting some more people to set sail with us. So if I'm making googly eyes and stuff like that, please forgive me. If our guest is in the building, just give me 1 second to get people locked into the situation, and I will definitely pull you up. Shout out my real brothers, Tenzin and the most dope one himself, Mr. B. I believe he's coming through tonight. And we're going to have ourselves a good little powwow, you know what I mean? For all of the people that like to set sail with us, man. Let me just get this out here. Yes, indeed. I love it. I love it. Man, I had a great weekend. I performed with two of my hip-hop heroes this weekend, Rakim and Cool G Rap. Some of y'all might know I got a song with Cool G Rap on his latest album, but I never met him. You know, with the technology, you could do songs with people you never met before. Never shook his hand, never had a conversation with him. But I got a chance to actually talk to him, and that was super dope. And we got some dopeness coming up here soon. Shout out Domingo. Shout out Grimo for believing. Shout out Big John in the building. And we gonna get my brother pulled up here. Bacon, egg, and cheesy. We off the heezy. Back in these SOS streetsies. Don't come on here with that. Don't come on here with that. SOS Podcast. Make sure y'all send the invites, man. Send the invites. Let people know. Let people
Yes,
know.
sir. Yes, sir. Send
Let
it out.
people
What's up,
know.
everybody? New week for y'all. New week, new guests, new
Let people
everything.
in here, man.
How y'all doing?
I'm doing good. How was your week, bro? So far, how was your weekend?
Chilling, working.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
Are you
Off
off this
this
weekend?
weekend, though. Thank you.
What you got going,
Yeah.
big pimpin'?
Other than
Dang, I keep forgetting
Mother's
about Mother's
Day,
Day, but every
I think I'm.
time somebody say Mother's Day, my heart just jumps because oh my goodness, I'm slipping so hard.
Yeah, yeah. But I think I'm planning on seeing that Guardians of
Hmm.
the Galaxy movie. You know,
I got some nappy
trying
headed
to at
people around
least.
here that went out and seen the movie without me
Oh, good
and did
Lord.
it in the under the cloak of night. I was like, dang, that's crazy. Yo,
In the
uh-uh,
shadows.
no.
Lavender, what's up?
Cause I'm doing my show, man. Go ahead, shut the door real quick. I'll be out in a minute. Good. All right, man. Shout out to my son, man. Trippy Trip. He's a very, very cool young dude. Lavender in the building. Who else we got? Oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I heard it was dope. Thank God, so far I ain't seen no spoilers. You know,
Hey,
oh wait, here we
What's
go.
going
Here we go.
on?
we just chopping it up. We talking about that
What's
movie
up?
that we both want to see. It's called Guardians of the Galaxy. You familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
man.
try.
I'm in here. Are you into that type of stuff or no?
Didn't they have a couple other ones that was out?
Yeah, this is the third one.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were pretty cool. I
Mhm.
hope this one is good.
Shout out, shout out. So I'm familiar with Air It Out Radio, but I
Okay.
don't know. I gotta be real. Like your name, like your actual name,
Well,
man.
I don't give people
I,
my actual name. I
well,
go
I'm
by.
saying like your yeah, what's your personality name? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh man, you're supposed to do your homework on a nigga.
oh man, this is just a casual conversation
Oh man, y'all
between strangers.
I was
homies,
about to
man,
say
this
you.
podcasting. I don't
Nah, if you looking for preparedness beforehand, you at the wrong place.
know.
We be we freestyling over here. I don't know.
Yeah, we pretty much just freestyle, man. We try not to hit you with like
Wow. Come
say
on,
that.
y'all. Y'all
Yeah,
act.
we try not to hit you with like the fastball questions. We just kind of go off the top of our head. Yeah, I mean, make it as organic as possible. Yeah, I mean, but
Yeah, real organic. Oh, Jesus.
we can start with the cliche of like who is you and yeah, I
He
mean,
said, who is you?
who you is.
What is at radio. They call me FiyaChick.
Yeah.
Um, songwriter, slight actress, radio host.
Okay.
I'm a business owner. I have
Uh-oh.
property. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Well,
And I have a show. You know what I
hmm
mean?
I didn't know you was a songwriter. So like, are you active? Are you actively like an artist? Like,
I
you making music and stuff?
No, I haven't been lately.
Yeah.
I kind of paused for a while because the radio keeps me so busy.
Yeah, I
So
see, man. Go
I
ahead.
still write though.
Okay.
On
Okay. What like form of like you do hip hop? You do like R&B?
I do it all.
Oh,
I'm
right.
yeah.
You got stuff. Shout it out, man. We can put it in the pinned comments, man. I'm pretty sure the boy B can
Yeah.
help me with that. Yeah, I mean, we like to post that up. Where could we find it?
Oh, it's on SoundCloud. SoundCloud. I think I got some stuff on Reverb. It's like old,
Oh yeah.
However, it's there.
Oh, we got Spice Girl Jane in the building. We popping today, man. Shout out to Slick. Yeah, I mean, shout out to
We got
Pittsburgh
people from
Piper.
all over.
Yeah,
Somebody
man.
said
This
they're
is
from
Shout out J
Mississippi in
Love in the
here,
building.
everything.
But yeah, man. So Fire, how'd you come up with that name?
well, I mean, they gave it to me.
Uh,
They gave that
oh,
to me because I had an attitude, and they just say I pretty much had an attitude and just destroy everything. So, and
okay. What's your
I'm a
sign?
Libra.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because I thought you were gonna say Aries. You know, Aries is the ones always trying to fight people
Really?
and stuff. Yeah.
A long time ago. I tried to on some.
I don't
You
know
an
what y'all
Aries?
talking about. I
You
just
an
be,
Aries?
I just, no,
Okay.
I mean, when it comes to the whole zodiac thing, like, I don't know. Yeah, that eludes me. Apparently, I'm a
Oh,
Pisces, but that'll make me swim better, so.
But yeah, when did you decide like, man, I want to stop being so like fiery? Like, what was there something that happened or
I
something like that?
mean, I probably went to jail a few times. Gotta do it.
Tell us the
What
story of the first time you went to
did
jail.
you say?
Tell us the story of the first time you went to jail.
I don't even remember. It was just so many. Oh, I remember. No, I don't remember. It was too many times.
Tell me the
I
second time.
remember. I don't remember. Like it was too many times.
Uh, okay, so there was some libations involved.
Yeah, I mean, it was mostly for like beating up people or just like driving crazy.
Good
But I'm
Lord.
just saying, I mean, everybody goes through that stage where they just reckless and just out of control. But
Where you actually from?
I'm
Hey,
from Jersey
Okay, all right, cool.
right now.
Where that's the up. And is that where the radio station is based out of?
Yeah,
All right, cool.
Fishtown technically. I mean, it's still Philly, but yeah, they call it Fishtown.
Okay. And is it like brick and mortar? Do you have people come up there, or is it just all online?
Oh yeah, they come up here when I want them to.
Okay. No, I'm saying like as far as like, do you do like in studio stuff
Yeah,
like that?
yeah, we do. I do a lot of stuff here. This is the base. But I just got a new office in New York and in Atlanta, so I'm gonna be venturing out and stuff. Yeah.
Right.
But for the most part, yeah, I do stuff here. And I love it. I love Fishtown. You know,
What what drew you to a career in the
it
radio?
was actually an accident for real.
Mm.
Because I was like I
Okay.
said, I was doing some songwriting, rapping, and then I tried to get into acting, and I got a couple emails
Yeah.
about a radio show. I was like, let me try it. In for it. They liked my
Yeah.
idea. They approved it. Then I got on, and she was like, "Okay, we want to lock it down for 5 years." And I was like, "No, because I'm not trying to do 5 years. I really didn't know what I wanted to do at that time, But I
Yeah.
guess she saw something that I didn't see, and
Right.
um, it just didn't work out. You know what I mean? We were on good terms to this day, but she wanted to
Yeah.
do 5 years, and I said, "Nah." She didn't want to negotiate, so I kind of went my own way. I kept doing it because like doing radio.
Yeah.
And then I just been doing it ever since. She was right though. Look, I'm still here.
Right.
Still
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. That's what's up.
everybody.
And we got people coming through. You got mad fans in here.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, don't be shy, man. If there's a question you want to ask Fire while we on here,
Oh
make
Lord.
sure you hit that question bubble and we'll ask the question for you.
You okay?
This is the SOS
Yeah.
podcast. We go live every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's New York time. And so you basically tailor it to where you at from there. This is my bro B. We call it the SOS podcast based off
That's
of our
right.
last name. This is my actual blood brother from another mother, and we got our other blood brother from another mother that typically comes in with us, but he had some other stuff he had to take care of today. So shout out Tenzin. And yeah, man, we
Yeah.
here with Fire, and
So,
she breaking it down. She talking about her bare knuckle brawl days when she used to do like
yeah.
pit fighting and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. She was in the Fight Club.
And then
Everybody goes through their stages at some point in time where they just reckless. You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure, for sure.
But we
Yeah,
good.
I mean it's a blessing when you make it through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you learn some things and you know what not to do. Be a testimony for other people that's going through some of the stuff you're going
Yeah.
through. So yeah.
Yeah.
We got our first question. Oh no, it just says
Oh.
my name is Miracle. They just wanted to let you know that their name is Miracle.
uh, okay.
I see a couple $8 in here. What's up, y'all?
Word,
I got
word.
questions. Feel free. They open the gates so y'all could ask.
Hit that bubble. We'll ask the question
Yeah.
for you. So what was some?
Yeah. Don't be asking no crazy to stuff
No.
though, because we ain't trying to get
Nah,
beat up too.
nah. I ain't gonna lie. I saw the Air It Out radio show. It gets spicy in there.
Yeah,
Man.
like
You can say what you want. Yeah, man.
whatever.
Well, don't
Y'all
keep it
y'all
keep it cute. Yeah, I mean keep it cute. You don't want to get your tooth cracked or something. But yeah.
whatever y'all.
Yeah.
Cuss on here or no?
Yeah, for
Oh
sure.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Hey, go ahead. As long as Zuckerberg keeping us afloat, go ahead. We done got
For sure.
shut down a couple times, but
So you decided to go forward with the radio show. What was some like the growing pains or like things that you had to like learn from technology to basically scheduling or pacing or anything like that?
I guess the transitions of all the different social medias, because at first it was like Facebook. No, it was it was Facebook and then Twitter. I think one of them. I don't know which one.
Yeah.
But then and it kept going, and then it was Instagram, and it was just like just trying to keep up with all that stuff. I think the transition of those is kind of hard. And
So you had your show before Instagram existed?
Yeah.
Wow.
16 years. 16 years I've been on.
Wow.
I've seen a lot of people.
Actually I remember being on your show and some dude was saying how your show was whack.
Oh yeah.
And you remember that? And you just kept saying 16 years. So I thought you said 20 at the time, but
Oh no.
I guess you were saying 16 years.
Yeah. He a lot of them, they get upset when they can't come on and they can't do what they want to do, and that's their way of trying to get my attention. And it's funny because he hit me up in an email and he tried to send another track in. I said, "Hey, you know what? I said I was calling you." He was like, "Oh yeah, that's right." I said, "I ain't forget." You know what I'm saying? So, but he was still trying to come on. You know what I mean? He said, "I wanted to come on the show." So they try to dish you, and then it's like it's weird. They
don't jump in here. You gonna be shy?
Yeah.
Well, don't be poking your head in if you ain't gonna jump in there. Now you're gonna be shy. Get out of here, man. But
Uh-oh.
yeah, man. SRS podcast is a family affair. Baby boy, give me a second, okay?
Uh-oh.
Shut the door. I try to keep an open door policy.
So how long do you are you usually live
I'm
for on your
supposed to be
shows?
on from 10 to 1, but I'm usually on till like 2, maybe 2 something.
I ain't gonna lie, man. When
Yeah.
I was waiting for my song to
Yeah.
get played, I was like, they might miss me and go to sleep.
Right.
'Cause y'all,
Yeah.
y'all was on a decent topic though. Y'all was talking about what you do if somebody, would you say, if somebody left some things at your crib and y'all no longer together or something like that, what you
Right.
do with it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance
Right.
to answer. I don't think, or did I? I don't know. I can't
Everybody's
remember.
on usually answers.
Yeah, maybe I
Yeah.
did. I was probably just too sleepy to remember. But yeah, how do you keep your stamina for that? Like, what type of things do you do to like keep your energy up, like
For the
doing that?
show on
Yeah.
Monday,
Yeah.
sleep. You got to sleep good. No. I mean,
hmm
I have a whole regimen. So basically, you got to make sure you poop, get all your stuff out. You got to make sure you
You heard it here first, kids. Poop is very essential.
poop, pee, whatever. All get it out. You got to have something to drink because I'll be sitting there for a while. I do not move on Mondays. I stay in there. So you got to
Yeah.
release. You have your stuff all ready. Got my little, towel to pat my face. And, I just be ready. Like
Yeah.
everything is right here. I got my little regimen. But I usually don't eat anything because it'll make me tired. So
hmm
don't eat.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't drink either. So during the show, because that'll make me start pushing the wrong button.
Well,
So
like, oh, well, you mean like libations, or you mean like water and stuff? You don't drink no
I
water or anything?
think, yeah, drink like liquor stuff.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, no. You seem
Oh, okay.
pretty sober
Yeah.
Yeah,
when you
I let
doing the show.
everybody else drink, but I don't.
Yeah. I think it's just like people probably do that to compensate. They shy, or maybe they ain't really
Yeah,
got nothing to say, so they just want to drink so they can think of some stuff to say.
Yeah.
it's so many. I'm doing like 5 or 6 jobs, maybe 7, honestly, by myself. So it's like,
Yeah.
if I'm drinking, I'm gonna be all unorganized and just
Yeah.
all over the place. So
So
I can't.
you don't have like
Right.
a producer or engineer there at
Mm-mm.
the time. You're just pushing on the buttons. And I see you taking phone calls and
Wow.
stuff too. That's crazy.
Phone calls, lives.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's,
But yeah.
That's
Who we
but
got?
you
Todd
do it.
B wants to know
Mhm.
yeah.
who is the most famous person you've ever met.
That I've ever met.
hmm
I I want to say Salt and Pepper, probably. If you
Oh,
don't
okay.
want to say them, I mean, yeah, I'll say Salt and Pepper live. But I've seen other
Yeah.
people perform
Okay.
and stuff like
hmm
you
hmm
know live. I think
Yeah.
probably them because I actually sat in a room with them and was chilling. And no, maybe Tamar Braxton. I don't know. Salt and Pepper's more popular, right? I think, yeah,
Tamar, the Tamar?
yeah, Tamar Braxton.
I
Tamar
don't
Braxton.
think I don't think they more popular than her.
I I think so.
I
So
say so too. I mean, anytime somebody say Tamar Braxton, they be like, "You mean Tony Braxton?" I mean,
nah,
don't nobody do
Tamar.
that with Salt
They
and
might
Pepper.
do a name association, but Tamar is popping.
She
Like from the reality TV shows and all that. Like that's kind of crazy.
Salt and Peppers are legends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could be legendary, but popping is a different thing than being
Oh,
legendary. Like,
okay. Well, I don't know. I guess, well, either one of them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Either.
Um,
But
Yeah.
my best friend wants to know what was the biggest or best interview out of the 16 years in the game.
I would probably say Salt and Pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was something that they said to you during that interview
Yeah.
that you like really gleaned from? Like,
Mm, I would. I think the fact that them and Herbie got, they became friends after a while. They were pretty cool because they went through their phases,
mm-hmm.
going to court and stuff like that. So it was good to hear that they pieced that up. So
Yeah, for sure, for
um,
sure.
Yeah.
they're always super humble. I was a little bit upset that they didn't let me ask no like relationship questions because they made me give a list of the questions that they wanted to ask, and which
Yeah.
I hate. but they didn't want me to ask any relationship questions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that kind of goes into something that I was wondering. Like, so do you sit down and like write out or like plan out your shows and beforehand? And so like something like that where they're like, going through your questions, does that like interrupt the flow of how you write out your shows, or do you kind of like, go off the cuff,
I
anything
try
like
not to
that?
go off the cuff too much because when they're kind of anal with those questions when they want them written out, and only a few of them do it. Like it's not
Right,
everybody that do it. I don't really like doing the scripted interviews because I feel like they have time to figure out what they
right,
want to say politically, and it sounds phony. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Say the perfect thing, and I like that real organic
right.
shit. You know what I mean? But no, I kind of stick to
Okay.
the script because most of the time when they have like managers and stuff like that, if I do a good interview, they have their artists or whatever. They'll
Mm,
like, you want to interview Tamar Braxton, and I'm like, yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
I did good with that interview and I didn't
yeah,
flip the script. You get what I'm saying? Because the business is really small, so you
Yeah.
do something stupid, they remember that stuff. Like, yeah, that fire, she asked this other
right.
bullshit, and we ain't fucking with her, and it
Mm-hmm.
happened just like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
We got Miss Nat. Oh, I'm saying this so wrong. Maybe it's Miss Natip. Hopefully it's Natip.
What up?
Natip. Sorry. But she wants to know
Okay.
if you could relive a moment from your career, what would it be?
That's a good
That is
question.
a good question.
Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a few things. I got into like a little situation with one person who kind of walked off the out of the interview. I would probably want to go back and try to fix that and see if I could resolve it. A part of me wants to, and a part of me doesn't
Mm,
care. But I don't. But then I'm like, oh well, shit, it happened on the Breakfast Club, so shit, let's go. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so part of me would. I never like to have problems with anybody, but I would say that because for the most part, I've had pretty good interviews and a good career and everything. So I would say that for the most
Mm.
was those.
And do you when it's funny that you went straight to radio
Mm-hmm.
with your career. Do you consider that to be your biggest shtick? Like, is because I mean, like you said, you make music, you done acting and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of like you went straight to the radio with that answer. Is that like, would you consider to be like the thing you hang your hat on or something like that?
I would say radio popped off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Really get a chance to
yeah.
do my rap. Like that's I didn't give it a fair chance because the radio started popping so fast that I didn't even, I didn't even get a chance
Mm-hmm.
back. And I was always on the air. Next thing you know, I'm not in the studio, I'm not doing anything. I'm not acting. I'm not doing nothing. So it just kind of took over everything, you
Yeah.
know.
And the person that gave us that question wants us to know that her name is Miss Natty P. So sorry about that.
P.
Shout out
Yeah,
Natty
all
P.
together, Miss Natty P. It kind of looked, but
We got my man Slick, who was just on the show not too long ago. Shout out to him.
lit.
He's a dope artist in his own right. He wants to know, and let's be real. It's Slick 600. Put some respect on that man's name.
Yeah.
Um, top 5 musical artists, dead or alive.
Oh,
He putting you on the spot.
no, it's not too bad. I would say Missy Elliott,
That's a good one.
Lauren, Biggie, Tupac. Um, let me see who else I want to put in there.
That fifth one always
Jay-Z, I
gets
like
you.
Jay-Z too.
Jigga, yeah. That's interesting. I like how you put
I got
I like how you put Missy Elliott in there. A lot of people don't put respect on her
is the
name.
GOAT.
You're
They
right.
sleep.
Yeah.
If you don't like Missy, then you don't like Aaliyah. You don't like 702. There's a lot of people that she wrote for.
Yeah.
So,
You got a fave Missy Elliott album?
um, no, I don't. I like all her shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, for sure,
I'm
for sure. I'll
sorry.
probably have to say Super Duper Fly might be my favorite one.
Okay.
Yeah, I just feel like her vibe. She was in her bag 1,000% in there. Like that's like quintessential Missy Elliott. When I want to listen to Missy Elliott, like what's that joint with her and the Brat?
Uh,
Uh, like some Crisco.
all right.
That's my joint. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Uh,
Like,
I,
ooh, Suck it to me like you
Yeah.
want to. It's called Suck It to Me. Okay, yeah. That's my go-to Missy
I
song.
feel bad, young. Yeah, I feel bad, young. I don't know
Hey,
what y'all
that is
talking
a
about.
name.
I'm, I'm sitting here not like,
Wow.
yup. I could have sat here and laughed, but I didn't. I told the truth. I know 5 Missy
Well,
Elliott
I'm
songs, and them is
gonna
my
give you a
go-to
fun
ones.
fact. I
That's
was
it.
on tour with Missy when I was in the loop with everything because I was songwriting. And
Yeah,
Gina Thompson is originally from South Jersey, so that's where I'm from. And she pretty much was put on, and I came to see her, and I was behind the scenes, and when she was going on tour and stuff, I was with her just hanging out and just being in the loop.
right.
And so that's how I got in the song. I wrote some stuff for her, but I ain't gonna say which songs it is because you gotta keep it on the low. But yeah. But Missy was around, so
Yeah,
it was like that was my first like interaction with her when she first came out with the he hell. And I was
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I like her so much because she was super humble in the cut, and people just didn't know she was gonna be this big entity right now. So
And crazy ahead of her time. Like her and
right.
Timbo really
for real.
like there are very few artists where you can say no one was doing it like them, and literally no one was doing it like them, bro. Like
Right.
they had a whole thing that like really took over the game and nobody was really expecting. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
yeah, shout out to VA. You know what I mean? VA's very young.
They hold it down.
Yeah, man. So, man, we don't got questions. We
I
just
I don't
we
understand.
just goddamn
I have
we
no
just exploit the guests. We exploit the
are
people in
you
the audience
exploiting
for questions.
me?
And
You know. But listen, I got some questions for y'all
Hey,
because
bro.
let me show you how this shit done. All right.
okay.
So what makes a good
Oh,
podcast?
oh no. Don't no, don't do it.
So
Don't do us like
this is
that. No.
how I have officially taken over. You know what
Oh dang, Air It Out Radio.
Hey,
I'm
listen, we about to pretend the Wi-Fi cut out in a minute. We
Oh
about
man,
to
she got sound effects.
saying? No.
We can't afford them. We can't afford sound effects.
No, oh man,
Okay,
I be pulling
no,
props
seriously,
out.
what makes a good podcaster to y'all?
You want to go
Since
first?
y'all podcasting, so we make sure.
Okay, all right.
I
Hey,
could
why don't
go.
you
I
go?
just ain't want
All
to. I
right.
ain't want to
Hey,
hog it.
no, no. I'd say someone who, at the very least, can interact with the audience and not really like talk down to them. You know what I mean? I've listened to a bunch of podcasts where it feels like they are so disconnected with the people that are doing it, and I feel like podcasts. I know a lot of people try to compare podcasts to radio, and I think it's definitely weird because podcast to me is much more intimate. It feels like you're actually in that person's home, whereas the radio feels like, I don't know, I hate to use this word, but more of a professional thing. And I feel like a lot of like people kind of lose that, especially as their podcasts get bigger and bigger. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I know we joke, but I feel like that's kind of the reason why we keep it so down to earth on here. You know what I mean? Because we want to make everybody feel like they are as much
Yeah,
part of the show as we
that's a
are.
fact.
You
What's
know?
your answer?
I would say to be a good podcaster, you got to be equal parts informed and curious. You know what I mean? Like you gotta have a good knowledge base of, or at least occupy a
Good
certain
knowledge.
consciousness.
Somebody knowledge base. Somebody
Yeah,
say. I-
yeah, no, but I'm talking. Well, maybe not. Maybe not in this situation, but I'm
Oh,
talking about like how me and you just had that back and forth about Missy Elliott, right?
mm-hmm.
When you say Missy Elliott, for me to be like, oh, I'm not sure who that is, and then okay, moving on, that cuts the conversation off. Now, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I feel like you gotta have
Right.
you gotta be conscious of what your audience is conscious of and interested in, and you also gotta be curious in the sense of like you'll have the humility to learn new things. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So that's what I think.
All right. Well, podcasting, you do have to ask questions. You got to do your homework.
Yeah,
What I'm saying? Definitely have to do that. But podcasting and radio are two different. You have right? They're totally different.
Right.
And a lot of people compare themselves to radio. You know what I mean? Our show is a radio type
Right.
of show, you know, because I'm playing music,
Right.
topic, yada, yada, yada. But it's really just
Right.
a radio show. You know, podcasters, they just talk
Right.
and may feel like they disconnected
Yeah.
because a lot of times they just talking and they don't even give a fuck about nobody. They don't
Yeah.
care what you want to know. They saying what they want to say because it's on. And that's probably
Yeah.
why you feel like disconnect, because they just, I got shit to say and I'm trying to get these numbers. I don't care, you know.
Right.
So yeah, it's like that sometimes. Okay, all right. So what show y'all feeling right now? All right, and what's number one to y'all?
As far as podcast shows,
Oh man, it would definitely be the 85 South show for sure. Like what they built over there, crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like they was just doing that like on days off and wilding out. You know what I mean? And now it's like literally its own thing. You know, like that.
All
Yeah,
right.
no,
I wasn't a big
that's
fan
crazy.
of Drink Champs. I feel like it might have. I think it kind of fell off, and the reason I feel like it might have fell off is because it was so unique at the time, and we were so invested in the artists that they were bringing on, and they were telling stories we never heard before. So now, you know, they went through their Rhodes Gallery, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just like, you know, now the same stories being told.
Yeah.
And, you know, I love Nori, but, you know, he get the drinking and he don't always be on his job. You know what I mean? What'd you say?
I said liver gotta be shot.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Gotta be.
It get to a place. It get to a point where it get a little incoherent.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Some of the best podcasts to me are sports podcasts. You know, there's a local one.
Yeah.
For the Steelers that I listen to literally every single day.
Okay.
So I like sports podcasts more.
Of the sports, I'm gonna tell you my favorite set. Like when I say set, like setup wise, is FiyaChick show. Like his show is have you seen it? It's like man, that thing is dope.
It almost has a life of its own, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he got a football thing in there, basketball court. Like, I mean, they really put a lot of work into, you know, making that thing dope. So
who's your inspirations when it comes to the radio?
I grew up kind of like watching I don't even know if y'all know these people, but the Golden Girl, you know her, Crack the No.
That's from Jersey. It's a Jersey thing.
No, she's from Philly.
Oh, okay.
She was popping.
Yeah, we don't care about people.
All right. But no, I mean, she was big. She was really, really big. So she didn't just like hit Philly. She was all over. But her and I mean, a lot of people from down here. So you probably wouldn't know what the hell I'm talking about. But yeah, I guess you would say Winnie Williams if you want to talk on that era. You know, she's. I mean, she got her little shit with her, but I like her empire and what she put together. Like nobody follow her as far as that goes. You know what I mean? So
how you feel about what's going on with the Breakfast Club? Do you think they washed? Do you think they need to hang it up? Do you like how it's moving?
They done. Even if they go back together, it's like we don't really care. Like we'll watch it just to see like the train wreck, but I think it's fucked up already because they done said too much shit and I don't know. I just don't. You know.
I didn't know they was beefing. What happened?
It's crazy.
They ain't beefing, but you know, it's you know, wouldn't you be mad if somebody left and fucked everything up? And now it's her show and all that. They show is struggling too, so it's kind of she fucked the whole situation up. And I ain't mad at her for trying, but I mean, I kind of knew she wasn't going to be able to take that shit on by herself.
There's a part of me that felt like their energy been off for years. Though, like,
I know, yeah,
it's been weird. I'll say this though, you know who happy about this? Hot 97. They jumping up. Woo! You know that boy Eva was laughing, dog. I watch Hot 97 their YouTube stuff like almost every day. Like, oh man, man, I love Hot 97. Ebro, what's the dude? Peter Rosenberg, and then Laura
No, I'm
Styles.
talking
Yeah,
about the
no,
one
they're
that they
dope.
got
Like
out with
I like their
DJ Drew because that's my boy. Shout out to Drew. Did you? Oh, okay.
Oh
Somebody
no,
said the
I didn't watch that one.
$1 million worth game.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't.
That's
I
cool.
don't. I don't think they do good interviews. I just think they have dope people on there. You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah,
rock with
but
Wallow. I don't
Yeah.
know, like
yeah,
Gilly kind of rubs me the wrong way.
yeah.
I was surprised that they was on Barstool because knowing what I know about Barstool, that was weird that they had like two, I mean, like straight up like Philly dudes like hosting a podcast on there. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's not really what you expect from Barstool. But I
Number
heard they
one,
getting the
they
bag over there.
number
So
one, so they doing something right. But I mean, they're not like my favorite show. Like I don't
yeah,
know. I don't think neither one of them could really do an interview good. Joe Button, he's okay. I did like Nori. Nori was getting really good, but he do drink a lot. Um, so, but he, I like him because he does do his own work. You know what I'm saying? He does try to do his
right,
homework to know what's going on. He knows his facts. So
right.
that's always good to know stuff. You know.
Mm,
The one dude I give his props is definitely
Mm,
Math Hoffa. Math Hoffa, he's definitely built something like definitely like
yeah.
special
yeah.
like with what he be doing. Like yeah, no, he's had some decent guests. Like, he's very like
Mm,
entertaining and everything. Like, the only times it'd be weird is when like sometimes there'll be like three other extra dudes in the little barbershop joint, and you'd be like, "Who is these dudes talking?" But like,
Think about
other than that, no,
between Joe
he's
and
yeah, his
the $1 million worth of game.
what's that?
The beef between them, they just kicked it off.
Oh, there's a beef now.
It
I
was
thought that they was.
there's too many
no,
beefs out here. I can't
actually,
keep track of them all. Joe Budden getting some stuff
all
every
of
3 days.
them. Well, him and
Like
what's it called? No,
I just be like, Joe Budden need to slow down, bro. Like, why? Like, he
Oh,
have
shout
everybody
out
mad at
Bag
him.
Fuel. I fuck with Bag Fuel. We actually had
Yeah.
one of the members on the show. So and they're doing. I feel like they got a good podcast going. Yeah, I mean, like shout
okay.
out to them. As far as like Joe Button, like I don't know, he just
He rubbed you the wrong way.
like it's like like that whole theme of like common denominator where it's like, bro, everybody can't be wrong, bro. You can't just be
Yeah.
this dude catching darts and people just snaking you all the time and oh I'm just it's just my cross to bear being that guy. You know what I mean? It's just like everybody fall out with you, bro. You don't gotta like
But once you
you
start that shit, it's not stop. Like you gotta keep it up. You got
mm-hmm,
you gotta keep the drama up. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
Start it.
mm-hmm,
You
Right.
can't stop because them not
mm-hmm,
come in and you have to keep
mm-hmm.
continuing it. I really don't thrive off of that, but I do get into it every blue moon with people. But other than that, I try to let people go. Like the dude that was on the live, I was like, now normally I would have like destroyed him on spot, but I was like, block,
Yeah.
keep it moving. Yeah,
Now it's been now usually like when you get into it, people like you say it's usually blue moon, but has it been like other people on the radio, or has it just been
no, I
like
just
just
be regular
regular
people.
people that
People be scared of me. Like honestly, I know they do. Like they have fear. Like even with some people, they'll just be like, "All right, fire," like because they like tiptoe around me. Because like I do got a lot of power. I just don't, like I've stopped people before. Like back in the day, I was like really like I'll shut you down right now. Like it's over because I was spiteful and I knew I had the power. But then I was like, let me stop using it for evil, and just try to focus on the positive shit. You know what I mean?
What this shutdown look like though?
They ain't here
What we doing?
for that's what shut down
Like their
means.
radio show is like, or they
Oh,
Anything
can't rap, can't do nothing.
there's somebody who almost blew up right now listening to this who's
I
still
don't
mad that she
them.
shut him
Like when I
down.
say
Like,
shut you
that's
down, like
crazy.
anything I see you touch, I'm calling people up. Like, nah, that's shut you down.
That's
That's
crazy.
and that's black That's when I blackball you. That's what I
like
do.
the
But I'm saying that I don't do that anymore. People still do it, like, don't get it fucked up.
yeah.
But I try not to do that. I'll be like, because I don't want to hurt y'all career. Because I looked around like, damn, I'll never see that motherfucker. But once I say don't fuck with them, that's it. Like,
How many people caught the wrath? Less than 10? More than 10?
Less than 10.
Less than 5? More than 5?
Probably like 5.
Damn.
Probably like 5. But I mean, that's when I was just spiteful. You know what I mean? Now I over shit. Because, people try to come for you, and this is your baby, right? They'll try to come for you on your own platform in front of people, try to embarrass you and try to play you the fuck out. And you like, look, motherfucker, like, I'm here trying to do my job, and you playing with me,
Right.
But there's some people that I'm like, all right, well, when I get off, if you want to play, I'll, hit you back up. And then they don't want to play with me. Because right now I'm working. You know what I'm saying? We work, but then I got time when I get off. And then they don't, like, some of them block me and shit. Because I think I'm a comedian sometimes.
Yeah. Nah, you definitely think you type funny, but
bag. I'm like, yeah, let's go. And they don't be wanting to play, so I'm like, all right, fuck it then. But they want to do it while I'm on the show, and artists are trying to get their shit played, and I just don't like to fuck around like that because it's not about me now. It's about them, and they got their people watching, and I'm,
Yeah, my bro. Go ahead, G.
Nah, it's a. Oh no, I was about to say. So far I don't think we've ever got hit nothing like that. Maybe because we ain't like big enough yet. I remember there was only one time. I think we had a guest on here. She had a significant following. I remember there was one dude in the comments who was like, I just kept seeing him in there. And this was like back when Instagram could only hold 2 people lives instead of like multiple. And so it was our brother was handling the interview, and this dude kept going crazy. And I wanted to like tell my brother just like, yo, spaz on this dude real quick. But then I'm just like, this dude is just like you said, it's like some people just not worth it. You know what I mean? Like, why give that sad individual the time of day? Like, because you're going to forget all about that news.
Era of like that battle. Like, I'm still like a rapper. So it's like you want beef, then it's like you supposed to clap back. You're supposed to come back. So, like, in my mind, that's my mentality. But you can't do that when these people are trying. It's not about me. I'm just the host. I'm trying to get their track clean and stuff. But back then, I made it about me. Like, yeah, it's me. Like, you coming on here, what's up? But now it's like, fire. They coming in here to get their track played. Get rid of him. So, and let's continue the show. Because I will stop the whole show and fuck with you. Like, you a little mother. And, people be like, fire, let it go. I was like, no, fuck that shit. And I'll be spazzing out for 10 minutes and people will leave. So, I stopped that a long time ago because it's not worth it. You know what I mean?
So, Slick also wants to know where you see your show at in 5 years, but can you just hold on to that for a second? Because I kind of feel like I want to do that a little later.
Okay.
I want to know, so we were talking about people coming on the show, getting their music played and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the like benefits and challenges to that? You know what I mean? Like doing the music reviews, how did you build it up? And like, what are some of the challenges that come with that kind of probably make it a little tough to do sometimes?
What, coming on Monday show? What's the benefits of coming on Monday show?
No, for you.
For me to do the show.
Yeah. Or like, like what were some of the things that motivated you to start that? You know what I mean? And then like, what are some of the challenges that come with that?
So again, like I said, when I started out Monday show, I kept it the same. I mean, I just added money and all that other stuff in there, and then Instagram. That's all this is new. But I think, let me see. I would probably say the hardest thing about the show is being consistent. I've never ever been late on my show in 16 years. Never. I might have called off, but I've never been late. And you got to treat it like a real job, whether you getting paid or not. So you got to pick a day and stay consistent, because people do, like, when I don't come on, if I do call off or whatever and not come on the show, they'll be mad. I'll get all these DMs and emails, and that's how you know people really give a fuck about the show. They want to be part of it, and they don't really care about. And I think this is another thing, they don't care. And I know they don't mean to, but they don't care about what you got going on. They don't care if you're sick. They don't care if you're hungry. You're like, look, are you playing my track?
Right. Yeah.
And they disrespectfully, they're just in the rap mode, and rappers and artists, they're selfish and they don't mean to be, but that's just the way it is. They don't care. Like, you fit it out. I'm like, well, I gotta go to the bathroom. In my head, I'm saying I gotta piss. Like, I gotta eat, I'm hungry, I'm tired. But they don't care. They're like, but yeah, So can you get somebody else to do the show? If I call off, I'm like, damn, like they don't care. So just having tough skin and dealing with the trolls and dealing with people that just want attention all the time. And you got to understand the reason why they're doing it, because they just want to get on and attention. So if I bring them up, I'll say, what's up, Dad? And they'll say, I wanted your attention. And you like, what? All that for nothing? Like, you wouldn't have said nothing to me. And, it'd be so stupid. Like, they burn bridges unnecessarily. For no reason.
Hold on. I'm trying to think of what something threw me off in here. But anyway, I just noticed, and don't take this. Well, you can take it the wrong way if you want. This is the SOS podcast. But so you're from Jersey, right?
I'm from Jersey.
How long have you been in Philly?
20 years.
It's because your accent is like an amalgamation. It's like an amalgamation of both. Some words you say sound like Jersey, and some words you say sound like Philly.
It's 3, because I'm from Jersey. I live in Philly, and I be in New York. So it's all put together. And then I lived in Cali, so that he talks, all over scattered. People be like,
I'm trying to think of which one I heard, but what was I going to say? Which one comes out when you the most excited or mad?
Probably Jersey.
Yeah.
I'm from Jersey all day.
Make sure y'all follow us, man. Make sure y'all hit the follow. We here every Wednesday, 8 p.m. SOS podcast, and we sit here with Fiyah. If you just came in, and she's giving us a dope show.
Ever had no trolls come in and fuck with y'all, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you
plenty of time.
Nah. Oh wait, no, wait. When we first started, we had this Russian dude.
What's up, Danny?
It was the weirdest thing.
Oh,
yeah, we had our
okay.
sisters in here. Yeah. No, we had a Russian dude come in when we first started this. It was weird. He just kept typing weird stuff in there. And we had no idea what to do because he wasn't saying nothing crazy. It was just, he was just being weird.
Always be weird.
Yeah.
See, a lot of times I protect them from the smoke because people won't say it in the comments. They'll come to my DM and be like, bro, I ain't appreciate your bro said this or that. So a lot of stuff they don't hear, I'll be having to put the fire out before they in the DMs.
Different directions.
Yeah.
And I turned off my notifications after the show, so they can say it if they want to. I ain't gonna say it.
It's a love and hate thing. It's stuff you got to deal with. They'll bother you while you going to the bathroom. They'll bother you while you eating.
Yeah. Are you famous like that?
I mean, I wouldn't say famous, but I'm kind of well known.
Yeah.
And because of the hair stuff.
Sort of a big deal. That's your hair? That's how your hair?
Of course not.
No.
I know we was allowed to ask that to people.
This is fine, man.
I thought we were supposed to start asking that.
I think all y'all men know by now that the majority of women with their hair always is fake. Okay, we're over it now. It's back in the day we would have tried to deny it to the end. Now we don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I was always taught, don't you ever ask somebody if that's theirs. Even if they got a bright orange weave in their hair, you ain't never supposed to ask.
You got some women that feel like that. I think age is something that you don't ask, and are you able to have kids and goofy stuff that, personal stuff, like with your social, like that's
or to just randomly ask a woman if she's pregnant, like why, bro? Why do you do that? Why would you do that?
yeah,
Like,
crazy stuff. Believe me.
So where do you get recognized most? Is it in
Philly,
Philly? Is it
definitely.
in Jersey? Or
Yeah,
yeah,
everybody pretty much. But I mean, this is where I kind of like started at, and
mm-hmm.
yeah,
right,
Yeah.
definitely.
What could we go back
yeah.
to? Was the name Slick's question of where you see the show in
Oh,
5 years?
so 5 years from now, like I said before, I got the office in Atlanta and the office in New York. Those two popping. And TV, I would definitely want to put some stuff on TV, which we had already some stuff on TV.
Okay.
And but TV, I would like to give away a car and a house.
Yeah.
Get somebody signed,
Wow.
and then I could retire.
When I was in Philly, I went to like y'all public access station, like, and it seemed like it was popping.
Which one is
I don't know, but it was ran by some white man.
okay?
But he was like super hip hop. But he had like an anniversary party for it. I guess like every year they do a party for it or whatever. Like being open, but it seemed like because here in Pittsburgh, public access is like clown. Like nobody watches that. But it seemed like it was a big deal out there. Like everybody was watching, everybody knew about it. There's all these like big wigs down there and stuff like that.
I don't know who that is. Like, listen, like you got the old heads that's on FM. I used to have 2 shows on FM, and FM radio is like you just don't have no power. Like they can't control nothing. They can't do whatever the fuck they want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have the few big heads that's been on forever and consistent, like morning and at the night. When people out of the clubs, you just see those 2 slots that are probably never ever change. But the rest of the people, I don't even know who the fuck is on in Philly, like, because it's just they are a blur. You know what I mean? They're not like how they used to go out and hit the streets up and do promotional stuff. They don't do that shit no.
Yeah.
Right.
Internet radio does all that. That's why they do so well on the podcast. That's why you owe them so much.
Right.
You hear them all the time. But yeah.
Yeah. No, y'all better than Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, I think we only got one hip hop station. Like historically, like historically, we got one.
Like everybody's into internet and podcast, so
right.
it don't really matter. You know what I'm saying?
But see, the thing that's whack about not having really like a strong African or like not say African American, but just like hip hop media source in the city is like. Let's just say, for example, a couple of years ago, Stevie Wonder came in town and nobody knew, and he was just gone. Like came in, if you knew, you knew, and then he was just gone. Nobody knew enough to be able to buy the tickets and stuff like that.
Right.
So it just kind of hurts like the culture in the city because there's no like main media source. You know what I mean? Like, except for Ground Mode Radio. Shout out Ground Mode Radio.
Well, that's why
and SOS Podcast.
That's why you gotta do your thing. Be a part of that and help push it.
Yeah.
Mix. When y'all get out there, but y'all gotta ask questions though.
Right. We did. How many questions did we ask you?
I was about to say we done freestyled a bunch of questions.
I know. How long I been on the air?
How long you been on the air? 16 years.
Oh, okay, yeah. You better know.
Paying attention. I want to
say the most. Okay, all right.
Yeah, you got paid off by the Philly people to come at us. That's what it is. They Philly people always coming at Pittsburgh.
Y'all wrong. One of us. Like we don't really. I mean, I do. I don't really look at y'all separately because we all PA. So
Nah, I don't consider y'all one. I don't consider Philly one of us because y'all always get the good crosses all the time. Every time people come to Pennsylvania, y'all ain't always go to Philly. I'm sick of y'all. I'm tired of y'all.
We don't want no problem.
I'm tired of y'all.
Want a problem?
Really are.
But yeah, can you give us some closing remarks or like shout outs and stuff like that?
Shout out to all my air daughters. You know what I'm saying? They make everything happen for the show and the station. So that's who I really want to like always give my honor and praise to. And shout out to y'all. And make sure y'all check me out Mondays 10 to 1. Of course. Don't forget we got rotations. We got my interviews coming up. And we got the free photo shoot. I got a lot of good activities and stuff like that. I got the beats on deck for any of y'all that's interested in that. So everything's on my website, airitoutradio.net. And check out all the services that I got. It's too many to run down. I'll take over your whole 5 minutes. So
no doubt.
But now, Mondays 10 to 1. Check out the link in the bio too. Check out the my bio so you can see who I am too. You know what I mean? Other stuff that I got going on.
It would have been lame if I was like, what do you want to talk about?
He said, what's your name? Like that was y'all podcasters.
Hey, man, we sorry.
Hey, listen, there was probably one person in here
So
who was like, man, thank God he has the name. I ain't even know. See, we address all parts of the audience, not just the others who already knew. We looking out for the little man. Let me give y'all
one quick tip first. What's that? I would say to pin my name down below.
Okay.
And then, that way they can follow me as they come in. And you're too. So that's like a good way so people can, follow whoever.
No doubt.
Whatever.
But that was a good one for sure.
Yeah. But you know what? I like my new podcasters and stuff like that. I feel like it's dope that y'all coming in. And you just gotta make sure you stay relevant because there's so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
So many of them.
Yeah.
So y'all gotta figure out how to keep yourself separated from everybody else to stay in this game because they're run all over you. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
But y'all got it. I like it. Y'all started getting a rhythm. I was like, all
right. Hey, we told you up front. We eventually get there. All right, we may start out.
What's up,
we start out rough, but we get there. All right, we ain't never had somebody say, "Man, that was terrible," and if they did, they off the show. So we don't care.
First of all, I'm not gonna let nobody have a terrible show. I'm on this motherfucker. I will take over, but I mean that's part of it too. Like you gotta learn to just take over. If somebody is not answering questions or if somebody start fucking up, you gotta just take over because your job is to make people look good. I mean, I make people look good. Some people don't care, like Charlamagne, but do y'all have do y'all know which kind of podcaster y'all are? Are you like a neutral or are you one of them?
I think we all take different roles. Like me, I guess I would be like neutral mediator. I want to say B is like he's like more or less like the well-informed media person. You know what I mean? Like he understands a lot about pop culture. And then our brother Tenzin,
nobody's song or nothing.
He knows a lot more. He knows a lot more than
Hold on. First off, we brought up Missy Elliott. All right, just cause y'all old. And know who Missy Elliott is. Like I said I got 5 Missy Elliott songs I can pull out. If you had asked me about any one of them 5, then I'd have told you something.
But most of her stuff be hits though.
Yeah, most.
Yeah, and I know 5.
He got a whole shitload of hits. He crazy.
I would say our brother Tenzin is like the controversial person.
I'll look it up.
Controversial?
Nah, yeah, he don't care. He's the one I get the DMs about the most.
I figured
one person that's just don't give.
That's him. If he would have took this interview to a different place if he'd have been here. You know what I mean?
And I'm with everything. I let people lead the way.
Like, for sure.
But you get good at it after what. Like you're doing good now, but you're gonna definitely in the next couple times. I'm gonna top back in on a Wednesday.
Okay.
And what I got going on.
Right.
Like,
Word. I appreciate you coming through this time. Yeah. Definitely would love to have you. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all tap into her show. And shoot, I forgot to pin the comment as you were saying that.
I'm already. Yeah, check out Mondays 10 to 1. Shout out to all the air it outers that did. Make sure y'all go follow the show. And can they submit any music? Do y'all play any music or no?
Nah, we don't play music.
Nah. Zuckerberg don't like us trying to do that.
I mean,
Nah,
I play
we
music
get
all
shut down
day
quick.
on my show.
Hey, I don't know. I swear one time I tried to play some
Yeah.
music one time in the background and
What?
they was like,
You can't play like
you
new
thought
industry stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, we don't do like music submissions or nothing.
oh
We
well
just
yeah.
view artists and tell people to go check them out type stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. All right. So,
Yeah.
first radio host female here, or you got
Uh,
other?
I can't remember. We've been doing this for like 2 years. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
a little slight 2 years. You know what I mean?
Where do y'all
Yeah.
going in 5? Where do you see
Yeah.
where do you see yourselves?
Well, go ahead. I'll let you go first.
I eventually want to get to a space where I will never fully give up Instagram because it's been, I know I joke about Zuckerberg all the time, but they've definitely been cool to us. You know what I mean? So I'll never give up Instagram 100%, but I do want to get to a place where we're hosting larger live sessions on
Oh,
like YouTube and everything, or like kind of like in a Zoom type
right.
format, like so it feels more communal and everything. Also, so we could get like actual
Y'all
podcast mics and everything,
nice. Y'all got the
Uh,
podcast mics?
what?
Yeah, we're not in the same room. Like he's at his house.
Oh.
Like
Yeah, no.
we're not like in the studio.
Yeah. See, we create the
Right. Look
allure
how
that we in the
professional we
same
are, man.
room, right? We professional. So a
Right.
couple
Yeah.
Yeah,
times
Yeah.
I
y'all
pretend to look over and
backdrop
act
look
like
a
he's
little
talking
the
to me.
same a little bit.
Yeah. Probably about the backboard
But,
from the
but
same
I
place.
did see him turn the I seen that door and I was like, nah.
Nah. Our other
I was
brother,
like,
He
yeah,
talking
nah,
he
shit.
comes
the
in
door.
from Atlanta.
I seen that door. I was like,
Yeah, yeah, that's the other thing too. Like, so like me and Los, like we're both from
oh,
Pittsburgh, but our other brother comes in from Atlanta too. So like, yeah, so like I definitely want to like try to get it in a space where like, we definitely feel more communal, even though we are in like different locations and everything.
yeah.
And I, want to host more people coming through. Go ahead, Los. Go.
Yeah, I feel like
What,
my
what
vision is
about
pretty
you?
much in line with yours when it comes to the show. I definitely want to transition to YouTube and Facebook a bit more. I want to get to a place where we could consistently put out like bites of the show that are like dope. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that banter that we had about Missy Elliott. If we could just like chop or like
Hey,
your top 5, huh?
please save it.
Yeah,
Nah, we
Oh,
do. We like I'm gonna save the show and post the whole thing
yeah,
yeah.
on our Instagram, and our other brother puts our stuff on YouTube. But I want to get to a place where we're like promoting that a bit more and like possibly put some money behind it
That's
so
a lot.
that we could.
It's
Huh?
a lot. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
back in the day, they
yeah,
kept saying you need to do your own videos, and I was like, fuck that shit. I don't want to do that. But
yeah,
get to the point where I am editing a lot of my videos and putting them on, and it is tedious. But I
yeah,
was gonna say, what you guys could do is if you want to do I don't know if your following is on YouTube or not. You got like the 1,000. You could go on Twitch and just um what is it, Adam, and then you can go from Twitch to
yeah,
YouTube and stream live automatically. So you can do that. The only thing is you can't
yeah.
talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like on top of our interviews, we do the thing, we call chill streams, where like, every once in a while we'll just hang out, just
Mhm.
just chopping it up like between ourselves, or
Right.
we'll bring in like a random guest or something like that. We definitely like doing that too. That's what I said, like, with the whole communal aspect that we do. Like we like to make other people, because that's kind of how this show spawned. You know what I mean? Like all three of us used to talk all the time. And eventually we was just like, why don't we just do that with other people? You know what I mean? So I
And you
definitely
can
want to
do it
keep
from
that
Twitch.
aspect too.
You can bring
It's,
somebody on.
okay.
Yeah, you can't bring a lot of people on,
Okay.
but wait a minute, I think it's like 3 or 4. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
yeah,
That and Discord. I think Discord is another way to do it, right?
yeah.
Well, Discord, I think is it sections it in
Okay.
Yeah.
its own server. So like, yeah, people would have to
Yeah.
specifically
You
come
can
to
put it
that
in
server.
your link
You
in
know
the
what I mean?
bio and they can just kind of go from there. But
Hey,
Twitch is
that settles it.
Yeah.
Fiya's managing the SOS podcast, y'all.
what happened?
Fiya's managing the SOS podcast.
I but listen.
Uh, she gonna make us. She gonna make us actually write out
You
stuff
ever see the episode of
beforehand.
the Boondocks where the dude takes over Shorty's lemonade stand? It's like cute at first, and then he's like talking to her about like the
Yeah,
the
yeah.
sales, the regional sales, goddamn, and the overhead and shit.
But it's it's good that because sometimes people in podcasts and radio they won't help you. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? But you
Yeah, for
consider
sure.
their competition,
Yeah.
and it was like, show me how to do this. I ain't showing you shit, and you don't look at that. So like me
Yeah.
giving you tips when you ain't worried about nobody and you're secure, you don't have a problem giving you information. So y'all can always be like, how
Right.
you do?
Oh man, for sure.
Like, yeah.
For sure.
Cause I don't feel like nobody's fucking with me. So I don't, it's not a
Yeah.
problem for me. I'll post people up. They won't post me up. It's like, oh, what's the matter? You worried about me?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's how the
Yeah.
industry is. It's weird. So they
Right.
feel like you're a threat or you're a problem. They don't want to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, don't
And
take
the
nothing.
internet is so big, like it's not even a reason to be like that. There's so many, so many people out there
Yeah.
using the internet.
Right.
So I don't
Right.
know.
Well,
But
thank y'all having me.
yeah, for sure. Thank you very much. We're gonna put this in our
Thank you.
Instagram if
Definitely.
y'all want to check it out. Like I said, every Wednesday, 8 p.m. New York time. Hit us up, man. It's the SOS podcast. Shout out to Air It Out Radio and our gracious guest, Fiya. Yeah, man, for coming through and blessing us with
Thank
knowledge, wisdom, and
Yeah.
understanding. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
you.
Yes.
We definitely
Yeah.
Thank you.
appreciate it, y'all. Thank you so much. Peace to everybody. Hope y'all have a great week
Mother's
and
Day.
a
Yeah,
dope
peace.
weekend.
Yes.
Peace. Peace.